Gas on, choke on, ignition is on. Let's do it. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the Goldguy YouTube channel. It's a beautiful spring day here in Pennsylvania. It's starting to rain, so I think I'm gonna have to take this thing inside to work on it. But today is the day that I'm going to build my first. Today's the day that I'm going to build my first bike. Wait, never mind. Today's the day that I'm going to get the Yamaha RX50, the most rare bike that I own. If you haven't seen the intro video to this, check it out. It's pretty special. When I originally bought this thing, it was missing a kickstarter and a chain, so I couldn't even do anything to tell if the engine was seized up or not. Hopefully it isn't, but I bought a kickstarter from eBay, so now we can actually tell if the engine's seized up, and we might even be able to start it. Special. Little teeny baby engine. Alright, here we go. Here's the Kickstarter. I already unboxed it. It's just a universal Chinese Kickstarter, 13mm. Fits on this engine. I got it for like 10 bucks. Well, I can already hear the engine's turning over. Not sure if it's just because it's a 50cc or if it has low compression, but I could pretty much push it over with my hand pretty easily. Nice. Kind of sticks out a little bit funny, but it'll work for now. Now, if I was making this video, say, 2-3 years ago, maybe even 1 year ago, I probably would just try to start it up now, open up that gas valve. You know, I've been around bikes for a little while now. I know that that's kind of dumb to do, so I'm actually going to check a few things before I try to start this thing up. So first, I'm going to empty out this gas because there's still gas in the tank, and I can guarantee you that it's no good anymore. No. I'm going to add a fuel filter to the fuel line, just so if there is any stuff in the gas tank after I empty it out, it won't get to the carburetor and gum everything up. I'm probably gonna have to clean the carburetor on this thing, but I'd like to try without cleaning it first and see what I can do. Now, the other thing I want to do is check the oil to make sure it doesn't have water in it, make sure it's not black as the night sky, and if it is, then I'm going to dump it out and change it before I get the gears in this thing turning. I don't really know what the hell is holding the seat on, but it's pretty loose, and I'm probably gonna have to take this thing off to get the gas tank off, so the seat is gonna come off first. Alright, there it is. That was it. Just that one nut. Well, no clamp on the fuel line. And that's it. Not sure what this plastic box is for. There's the air box. So the air filter is in there, and that's where the air for the engine goes in. I'm actually going to use the gas that's in this tank to try to clean the tank out a little bit. Alright, I'm just gonna dump it out through the top. Don't need to clog up the petcock. Oh yeah. I'm glad I didn't put that into the carburetor. Nothing better to clean a gas tank out than with gas. The reason I'm doing all this before trying to start the bike is because if I didn't, and I would just end up doing it after trying to start the bike and failing with starting the bike. It took me some time to learn that. That looks a little bit better. Well, I got a lot of the chunks out. This gas is coming out pretty clean now. This time I'm actually going to see if I have spark before I even try starting it. I'm just going to grab an extra spark plug, plug it in. Oh, it has spark. Wow, I didn't even have to do anything and we already have ignition. Now we just got to get this fuel thing figured out. Just gonna make sure this engine even has oil in it before I try to start anything. Actually looks like it has ATF in it, automatic transmission fluid, because it's red. That's just a guess, but a lot of people use that as transmission oil in two-stroke engines, so I guess that's fine. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Feeling hopeful, so I went ahead and took the bike outside, mixed up some two-stroke gas. Let's get it in the tank, just a wee bit, and moment of truth. Will this thing start? And if so, how many kicks is it gonna take? Comment your guesses down below. I'm gonna guess 12 kicks. All right, gas on, choke on, ignition is on. Let's do it. That's 4, 5. Seems like the kickstart is rubbing up against the exhaust a little bit. I didn't want to have to resort to the carburetor cleaner, but I'm not getting any fire on this thing. Something in the carburetor must be clogged up. So to try and unclog it forcefully, which I know isn't the right way, I want to hear this thing run. I'm just going to spray some carb cleaner into the intake and we'll get some fire on this thing. Screw this. Well, I've done bare minimum and it won't start. So the next step is to disassemble the air box, the air filter, take the carburetor off and clean it, because I can actually see a ton of gunk down the air hole, down the air box hole, and that's not good. No buenos. Just a ton of gunk and grass and bugs and stuff in there. No good. There's this throttle slide. Guess this hose is some kind of crankcase breather. Well, I guess that's how. Just pull it off. Alright, should be able to remove the carburetor now. Yeah, we gotta take the air box off anyway. Let's just pull that thing off first. And of course, this one's all rusted out. Oh, it worked. This was one of those lucky times. Alright. Now it seems like it's loose, but how the hell do we get it out of there? Oh my gosh, this is bad news. Why was I even trying to start it? I wish I would have seen this before I did all that. Oh my gosh. This is just nasty. This thing doesn't even have an air filter in it. Ah, gross. Holy shnikes. Oh, I really wish I would have seen this before I tried starting it. Oh my gosh. There's my problem. In all my days, I've never seen any kind of air intake this bad. It's just ridiculous. My gosh. I feel so dumb for trying to start it like that, but I mean, I just never would have expected that in any kind of climate anywhere. I hope none of that got into the engine. Probably did though, because I don't think there's any freaking air filter. That's why, guys, you should always check these things before you try starting a bike. Well, lesson learned. Always expect the absolute worst when working on motorcycles. Especially old motorcycles. Expect the worst. Does this thing even have an air filter in it at all? I seriously don't think it does. This whole huge box and no air filter. I'm getting pissed off now. Well, it's obvious that something was living in here at one point. Great. Well, I guess the next thing to do would be to pull off the reed valve. I can feel some shit in there, so let's pull that off and try to clean it out. The biggest thing to destroy two-stroke engines is dirt. Everyone knows it. I feel like a dumbass, but I'm just hoping that the reed valve stopped the dirt from entering the engine. That's my only hope. I mean, I didn't start it, so... Oh, I think that might have saved me. I don't think any of this shit could have entered through there. Yeah, I feel like an idiot. I know you guys are gonna comment down below. I'm an idiot, but just go ahead and do it if it makes you happy. Think I might have got all the dirt out. Go ahead and pull off the bottom bowl portion of the carburetor. Check it out. I already know it's gonna be terrifying. Wow. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So let's see if the float's clogged. Quick way to tell: spray something through the fuel inlet and see if it comes out. Make sure the float is open. Alright, looks like it's not clogged completely anyway. Quick carburetor clean. Alright, I took the carburetor apart, cleaned it. I added a makeshift air filter. I cleaned the reed valves out the best I could. I cleaned out the combustion chamber the best I could. I'm feeling very hopeful about this thing now. Got some gas filling up the carb right now, so round two. Let's go ahead and try to start this thing up. That almost sounded like fire. Oh my gosh. The lights on the dash actually work. The headlights on. And the brake plate. Well, the brake plate doesn't work, but... I did not expect it to run this good. but that's still pretty cool. Just listen to that idle. Got a little bit of smoke coming out the header, which is to be expected. I didn't even have to use the choke. Check this out. Gas cap's rattling, but holy sh**, just got a lot louder. I think I could probably repack this thing. It's pretty oily. Oh my gosh, guys, it didn't stall once. I had to actually use the kill switch, which I completely did not expect. I am really happy right now. And those of you guys that fix up old bikes, you know how this feeling is. It's just pure joy. This thing sounds so cool. It's like pretty quiet. Even with the baffle out, it's still pretty quiet. Wow. I don't know what else to say. Well, I guess in the next episode, I'm gonna ride this thing. I still need a chain, and I'm probably gonna do an oil change before I ride this bike. But that's it, guys. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please definitely hit that subscribe button so that you can be in the loop and you won't miss out on a single episode. So if you like the video, I know I like this one. This one was a lot of fun to make. Like it, comment down below what you guys think. And if you guessed about 76 kicks to get it started the first time, you were right. I feel pretty dumb about the air filter situation, but I got a makeshift air filter on this thing now. I'm probably just gonna, I wanted to keep it all original, but I couldn't find the stock air filter for that nasty old air box, so I'm probably just gonna put a uni air filter on this thing and call it a day. So that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and peace out.